Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. I'm Diane. So today I'm sharing a couple of things with you that you might find useful, and I'm going to be making a pair of trusted jeans or trousers that I've made a number of times before, so much in fact that the pattern has got quite sort of faded, and I'm thinking I might need to trace it off soon because it might not last much longer. It's very well used. Very much value for money. I'll show you that in a moment. It's here on the table behind me. Another thing that I've done today is that I should have really filmed this, but I didn't. I altered this t-shirt that I'm wearing. This was a 3/4 t-shirt that I made some time ago. I'd got a bit annoyed with the sleeves. I got a bit fed up with them. They came to here, but I think I'd done them a bit snug. And every time I wore it, I felt like I was pulling at the sleeve a little bit. So I thought I'd make it into a regular short sleeve t-shirt. And I didn't have any fabric after I cut it off to do the band with. Now I cut it off a while ago, did a little hem on it and thought that'll be fine, and then stuck it in the wardrobe, and then every time I put it on I thought that's not quite right. So what I've done is today I've decided to rectify the problem, and I couldn't find any fabric, sort of just this off-white in my stash, because the bits that I had left at the time I'd thrown away. The bottom of the sleeve I'd thrown away when I initially cut it off when I got annoyed with it. So what I found was, and it just goes to show, don't throw away sort of all your random bits. Keep a few, especially if there's something you think you might not have much of. I had this cherry fabric a little while ago, and I don't know why I saved this little bit, but I must have been thinking at the time, that wide jersey border will come in handy for something. So this one is a print-on-demand fabric of this particular cherry fabric. You get a really wide border on it like this from where it's just printed on white. And look, it's just like that. It's just basically like that. And I've kept a couple of bits like that that have this wide border on. And I was looking at it when I was looking through the drawer trying to find something, and I noticed that it's just ever so slightly different, but you can't really notice it when it's on. I've just cut 2 strips for bands, used a twin needle and made a band for it, look. And that is so much better than the one that was just turned up and twin needle that I did, because it felt quite loose, didn't have much stability to it. A double one is always better. Just a tip for you if you plan on doing this, rather than just turn up your hem. If you're doing a short sleeve, sometimes it's nice to make a little band, add it on and do it that way. And I know this, so I don't know why I just trimmed it off on the other one, thought it'd be okay, but sometimes when we're just keen to get on with something, we do these things, don't we? So that, I feel, is much better. So a double fold, stitch it to it, and then just twin needle it down so it doesn't move around. And I'm so much happier with this now. So yeah, and using up a little bit of scrap that was really not good for anything else. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I've cut out these trousers that I was telling you about, and it's this pattern right here. So it's Simplicity 8701. Now you can make these in just regular fabric, a heavier one like a drill or a twill, something like that is quite good. But I've made them in denim twice. I've made them in a really light bleached denim and also in this darker colour denim. It's got patch pockets to the front. You could also add on a belt if you wish. On the last pair, added a pocket to the back as I felt it also improved it a little. So I'm going to do that on these. I plan on making 2 more pair of these because I love them so much and they get lots of wear, and it's a really nice style. It's wide leg, which is very much current at the moment. If in future things change, you could always change it and narrow it down, but I'm really enjoying these wider ones now I've got used to them. So I'm making these. I've got this colour denim, and I also got sort of a dark sort of dusky pink colour. So this is the denim that I've got for these. It's like a sage green. It's got a bit of stretch in it. I got this from Annie's on Abbeydale Road in Sheffield. But the other little job that I want to do before I make up these, I picked these up from a charity shop about a year ago. They were only £2, and I picked them up. I thought these will be great. Tried them on. I can fasten them, but they are not comfortable. Mainly because they're an age 14. They're an age 14 shorts. And I looked at them, held them up to me and thought, yeah, they'll be fine. Tried them on. I can do them up. If you walk around in them and you don't plan on relaxing or sitting down, that would be okay. But that's not good, is it? So they are snug, very snug. I was being overly ambitious, but at £2 for some next nice little shorts, I thought they were great, and I thought even if they were a little tight, I could always do something with them. So I got them last year. I think I did actually wear them once or twice. I don't know what I was thinking, only around the garden. But yeah, you feel like being strangled if you sit down. So I've decided, because I've got a couple of little bits of this that was really fabric, no waste. That was very much a no waste cutting out session for those jeans, because I got everything right up to the very edge. Last little bit for the waistbands, the pockets I got from the middle bit where the trousers sort of laid on the fabric. So I cut the pockets out there. There was just literally scratch around the edge and a couple of little strips like this, which are long enough, look. What I'm going to do is open up the sides, just put a little panel in each side. If that green is standing out too much, I'm going to do some stitching across it just to tie in this colour. But I have looked through and I've got so many threads, not just those there, but I've got jars with sort of half used threads on in so many colours. But the two colours I haven't got is this particular green and this particular green, every other shade of green. So for just stitching seams, it's fine. I'll use the ones that I've got closest. But if I want to do any top stitching on either of these projects, I'll need something closer. So I think I'll have a walk down to my local shop later. Hopefully that's open. I need to check, because I know sometimes if they're on retreats and things, they're not always open. So I'll have a look and see if they've got anything similar to these two. But yeah, that's what I intend on doing. I'm going to open up the side. I might not be able to go too close to that rivet there, because I do want to keep that. I might do it just inside the original seam line, because this is going to be just a panel down the side on each. Just a small panel, I think. Maybe if I do about 1 inch. What I'll do is I'll pin it on, try it on, see what feels comfortable. I want them to be comfortable and maybe have a little bit of give in them as well when I've altered them, so that we don't have this problem again in future. And then I can wear them on holiday or around the garden or whatever. So yeah, maybe about that much, but I'll cut it bigger to start with. Just down each side, just a nice strip, and then maybe some top stitching in this colour across it, or maybe diagonally, or not. I'll see what it looks like. But that's what I'm going to try, just to save those, so that it's another pair of shorts that I've got that's saved. I'm going to leave myself some room at the side of that, so I'm just going to cut it. Have a sort of double seam up the side. Now you'll have to let the hem down as well before you join on the side part. Just going to stitch my panelling up the side. Just going to zigzag the two sides together. I'm not going to try and put this through the overlocker, it is quite thick. So I'm just folding this back a little bit so it just lines up with that original seam, and I can just top stitch down this side. So I can get close to this rivet here, but not too close. Now, do I want any top stitching on that, or do I want to just leave it as it is? I'm not sure. I don't think that green looks too bad with that one, actually. I think I'm probably just going to leave that as it is and stitch it to the other side. So I've turned up the hem and restitched it at the bottom, and I've also turned it over at the top and just stitched it down there. So we've now just got a stripe down each side. If you're trying this, do try them on at each stage just to make sure that you've made your stripe the right width. You may need to make it a little smaller if they're now far too big on you. But it's just an idea for making things a little bigger. You could also do this on trousers, but obviously you'd need a lot more spare fabric to do the stripe with. Or maybe you could use some braid or ribbon, something like that. So that's better. Some room in them now. Hi, well, it's some time later and I've just got back from my little walk out. So I did end up having to go to the shop to try and get some thread. She didn't have anything exactly matching. She had a couple of options. I've gone for this one because I'm going to use this one on the seam. As you can see, it's a bit lighter, but I thought better to go lighter than darker because I know denim does fade, and the denims I've had in the past have faded a little bit. So I've gone for that. And amongst some of my threads, I had got some of this one left. So that looks really light on camera, but that one's not too bad actually as a top stitching one. It looks really light there, showing it like that, but against it, it's not a million miles away, especially if it fades a little. So that one for the seams and that one for any top stitching. So that's what I'm going to use on the trousers. Obviously I've not got any further because I've been out and also a family member visited just at lunchtime. So once I'd finished the shorts and been out, the day sort of got away from me. So I am going to be doing some more later on, but it won't be in this video. I'll share the jeans, the green jeans, in the next one because they will be finished then. While I was out, a couple of things. I didn't just get the thread. I bought myself a little pair of embroidery scissors. I thought these would be really nice for keeping in with my knitting things because I've got a big pair of scissors in there at the moment and I don't need those. I just need a little pair. So I've got the William Morris ones, and I did buy myself some time ago the marking tools in the William Morris range. So now I've got the little pair of scissors that go with them, and they've got all different things in it. I did say at the time I was going to get the other sewing bits and bobs, but then completely forgot about it. So now I've got the scissors. These are actually embroidery scissors. So I bought those. I also got a small piece of fabric. William Morris. I did think this was going to make a knitting needle roll or maybe large sort of case to keep my knitting needles in. But now I've got it back, it is so pretty. I've tried not to go for the usual sort of green and pink ones that I always go for in these. And I've chose this one, get it the right way up. But then once I've looked at it, it's so nice. This green or duck egg blue, can you see that? That's just there is the colour I have just painted my kitchen cabinets. So now I've got back and thought I might use a piece of this just to make a little trim for the top of my window. I don't have a blind there, so it goes onto the back garden. So I thought, as that matches so perfectly, I think that might be having a different purpose now. So I only bought myself 1/2 metre of that, but there were so many nice ones to choose from in the William Morris fabrics. So that one for now, and the knitting needles may have to have their bag made from something else, or I might be able to use just a bit of it on the knitting needle bag and use the other piece of it, because I will back it in something different to make the little trim for the top of the window. That's that. And then also called in the charity shop, because I always have to do that when I'm down that way, and have a look at the books. And I picked up this one, Klara and the Sun. It's Kazuo Ishiguro. So I have read 2 others by this author. So I've read Remains of the Day and Never Let Me Go, and they were both really good. So I've got sort of good thoughts that this one is going to be a good one, and I'll let you know how I get on with that. I read The Names, enjoyed that one that I shared in the previous video, and I'm currently reading Devotion. So I'll let you know how I get on with that, because I have almost finished it and I've really enjoyed it. I'll let you know where the ending goes, because, well, I won't give a spoiler or anything, but I'll let you know if the ending is good. Because sometimes I really enjoy a book and then it gets to the ending and it just completely lets it down. So I'll finish that one and let you know how I get on, and then I'll be starting this one. So that's all from me for today. A little bit of everything today, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully with my finished jeans. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and comment if you wish. Bye for now.